Hello subscribers, welcome to a live stream of AD&D's Pool of Radiance Remastered. So we're going to be doing an actual true Iron Man. We're going to start with the new mechanic I just recently implemented. We're going to do testing on it. This is real Iron Man built into the game. From the main menu, we pick Iron Man. You try to add characters that weren't created in Iron Man, it won't let you. So we're going to create a new party from scratch. The other two characters are fine, the one I was doing the run with before, but I need to do a lot of testing on this Iron Man, so that's why I'm doing this. Hey, Jimmy, Zomble, and Bo, welcome in. How are you guys doing? We got a storm happening here, but it's not bad. Like, it's not snow. We're getting some rain right now. Yeah, true bunker Iron Man, that's right. True Iron Man scam, Duncan says. Hey, welcome in, Duncan. How are you? Okay, so this will be a full party. I gotta figure out what I want to make here. I'm not doing a paladin. Trying to decide if I want to do a barbarian and then later bring in a cleric and druid. I'm not sure. Zombo says people in Russia are jumping out of apartment building windows straight into the snow. It looks so fun. That's crazy. Gnome Jimmy is a must, Duncan says. And Jimmy's absolutely buried in the snow right now. Duncan's weather machine doomsday device has gone too far. That's funny. Okay. I am going to do a ranger. Chaotic good. I gotta do bow. I'm not gonna pass up a bow. All right, get some good rolls in here. Hey, Soda, welcome in. How are you doing? Yeah, we're doing an Iron Man, true Iron Man run. I just finished the mechanics for it and I'm testing it out. Wow, this was pretty good. Can't get much better than this. All right, so I think Jimmy was here first. Jimmy. Jimmy. Yep, that looks good. Now I got to see what's next. Soda says I'm in NH. The snow started about 2 hours ago. Expect to get 20 inches. Gosh, that's terrible. I've implemented an Iron Man mode in the game that you can use as an option. Yeah. It'll delete your saves. Every time you exit a battle, it saves. If you enter camp, it saves. certain events that fire, it'll save right after that. You only get a single save. And you can't re-enter the same game with the same character. And if you create a character, no matter which game it's in, they're going to be level 1. So if you try to cheat and go to Secret Silver Blades and create a character there, and then pull it back to Pool of Radiance thinking it's going to be high level, it's not. It's going to be level 1. So that's how Iron Man works, no matter where you create them. As long as your party doesn't get wiped entirely, then you can keep adding in new characters if you create them in the guild. But they will start at level 1. Yeah, the save is just so that it continues. You know, if your power goes out, you'll be able to continue, or, you know, whatever. Okay, I am going to do a bard. Let's do chaotic neutral. Okay, bards don't use bows, but they can use slings later. Let's start with a short sword, dagger, sling. Tempted to do falcon. Let's do scimitar. Pick a specialty. Man, I'm really tempted to do sling. Sling. He's going to be a sling double specialist. It's going to be weird. Does it Deltree windows? No. No recursive removes either. Jimmy says, so if you transfer to Curse from Pool of Radiance, they'll always be level 1. No, you keep everything when you transfer. It's if you create a new character in Curse. So if you bring your level 8 party, level 10 party along, they're going to be level 8, level 10. They'll have all their items. But if for some reason one permanently got lost, or, you know, there's a gone status in this game. If someone got destroyed, you can't bring them back. Then when you create a new character, they'll be level 1. Bo says, yep, and it logs you into Facebook and unfriends everyone. You're Iron Man. Oh, that'd be hilarious. Ties into real life. I still allow you to turn on options that you want. Now, eventually, I'll implement what I'm going to call Diamond Man. And what that's going to be, that's in the future. That's going to use the server to store your game files so that you truly can't cheat in any way. And it's going to force on any, if you do that mode, it'll force on all hard options. So no easy way that way. And that mode will be where you'll be able to actually fight other players if you want. Because then it's all legit, and if you get something, it's because you earned it completely within game, without any kind of manipulation. So that when you fight someone else, if you decide to do that, it's completely fair. But that's way off in the future. I don't suspect many people would go for that or want to do it. One thing I haven't tied in yet is bonuses. You're going to get some bonuses by doing Iron Man run. I haven't decided what I want to do for that yet, but that is the intention because this is much harder, you know. Jimmy says, yeah, it'd be interesting ARG kind of thing. I know there's some games that break fourth wall like that. Always talking about Bo where it goes out and deletes from Facebook. Yeah, that would be funny. Duncan says, true Iron Man must have the Sound Blaster Death Scream auto enable. That's we don't want to drive people away from wanting to play. Come on, Bard. We need 18 decks for sure. Hey, Steely Pat, welcome in. How are you doing? Yeah, my plans eventually is for there to be an option where you can play in your game and it'll sync up with some of the stuff that people have done online. It'll happen transparently. So like if you're exploring Flan, there'll be other players there that'll appear in your game, you know, whether you want to talk with them, trade, potentially duel. If they sell items in the shop, you'll be able to buy their items and, you know, vice versa. So it'll kind of be pulling it into a multi-user dungeon situation. That's my plan in the future. And that'll apply to all the games since it's the same game engine. But that's why I got to do the Iron Man stuff in phases because I don't want to break any of the existing mechanics for people playing on their own without Iron Man. But if someone does decide to want to play where it can sync up with the server, it needs to be fair. And I need to cut out cheating. But again, it's always going to be an option. Everything I do like that's an option. That'll make it much more like tabletop. This guy's being stubborn with the dexterity. Hey, Slater, welcome in. How are you doing? You're cold but alive, Steely Pat? Well, that's good overall. Oh man, that was good, but 16 con, 17 dex. The Bard, the Jack of all trades. Hey, Pavold, welcome in. How are you doing? Yeah, the biggest thing I got to make sure that happens here is, oh, holy moly. Wow. That's, can't get much better than that. Okay, so let's see here. Zombo was next. You're frozen, Pavold? Sorry to hear that. Hey, says Tam, welcome in. How are you doing? Okay. For those just not joining, I'm testing out my true Iron Man mechanic. So this is a special mode for the game that you can play. All right, so we have a bard, ranger, I was trying to debate on a barbarian, but I think it's just going to be a little bit too challenging to not have any good casters. The bard's going to be bonkers, Gina says. Yeah. I think I'm going to do a straight magic user. Choose weapon proficiencies. Yes. Sling. Definitely going to do sleep. Charm person. Dancing lights. I am going to turn on the option for intelligence limitation on spells. Yeah, it's already turned on. Okay. Wow. This is great. Okay, who is next? Let's see. Bo is next. Hey, Draporn, welcome in. How are you doing? All right, so we have a ranger, fighter, which is going to become a bard eventually, magic user. I'm gonna do a straight gnome illusionist. Okay. Phantom armor, color spray, darkness. Dancing lights. You're staying warm? Glad to hear that, Japorin. Duncan says this Jimmy is hacks. He has more than 4 hit points. Yeah, Jimmy this time was the bard, I think. No, that was Zomble. Jimmy was the first one. He's the ranger. Because he was the first to speak. Won my 18 dex and 18 intelligence. Oh, wow. I think I'm okay with this. He does have 4 hit points, but those attributes are pretty good. Okay. This is Duncan. Duncan's the gnome this time. Illusionist. Cool. All right. What else do we want to do here? Need some healing type. I think I might do a fighter cleric. Yeah. Lawful good. Okay, what weapon proficiency? Duncan says, I've been jimmied with what being a gnome and only 4 hit points. Yeah, but just wait till late game. That illusionist will be crazy strong later. Let's do halberd. Composite longbow. Short bow. Mace. This guy's going to be hard to roll to get everything that we want. How many hit points can we get? Looks like 10 probably is about the max. Okay. Jimmy says, finally, Duncan is the victim of DFortae's gnome and switch, where he gnomes you with the promise of being strong later, only for it to be Iron Man, and we wipe before we hit level 5. Steelypad says, being a dual class or magic user with bad hit point roll at level 1 is the next best thing to travelers dying during character creation. What? I don't know what that is. Dying during traveler's creation. Oh, that's funny. Now this party's gonna be great, guys. 16 wisdom. I'm only doing one multi-class because they are just so much slower to level up. But they can be really strong later on if you can make it that far. Traveler is rough, Jimmy says. Oh, Steelypad says in the Traveler RPG system, it's literally possible to die in the character creation phase. How? Like, how is that a thing? Duncan says you must fight the Mole Master Beholder Corpse or True Iron Man doesn't count. That would be suicide. I wouldn't try that even with level 20 characters. Hmm. 6 hit points. Dang. Everything was looking good until I looked at the hit points. So we have one character left after this. Duncan says, I won't make any attempt to clear the snow until it stops. The road has been plowed 4 times and it looks like nothing was done. Yeah. That sucks. SteelyPat says, I believe in Traveler, you roll for aspects of a character's life, training backstory up until the point where the adventure begins. So in some versions, it can go badly enough that your character doesn't survive until then. Was that intended by the developers, or was it just accidental that they allowed that combo? Because that's kind of dumb if you die beforehand and it was intentional. You don't get to play the game today. You had bad luck. Oh. Okay, 6 hit points kind of sucks, but I have to take this with these attributes. Yeah. Okay, this... Let's see, who was this? You believe it was intended, Steely Pat? But there was also enough reaction that it's not in every version. Ah, okay. Soda Bagoda. This is you. Alright, Cleric, Fighter. Yeah, those were good rolls. Calm is comeliness. It's your physical appearance. Slater says, you know, I never noticed, but they use the same graphic and the same orientation in all the corners of the screen. No, that's in my remaster. I don't believe the original game had that. Okay, let me think about this. Fighter, Cleric. This is kind of cool. We'll go with this. Okay, we got one more to do. So we got a Cleric Fighter, Illusionist, Magic User, a Bard, a Ranger. Yeah, you made it into the party. Jimmy says this looks like a classic Herc Xena frontline Cleric tank. Yeah, our power level is nowhere near what Duncan's characters are. Bo says the real Iron Man win is just getting past the character creation in the game, you said. I'm probably going to need to do a female here just for other in-game things. Let's see here. You know, monks don't suffer strength penalties. Except for encumbrance, it's the only thing that impacts them. So a female monk would actually work very well. Let's see, do I want to do human? We could try to make him a psionic. Yeah, let's do that. Female, monk. Let's do lawful neutral. Do you want to pick? Let's do heavy crossbow. Yeah, Future Swami. That's right. From Curse of Azure Bonds. Okay, let me just go until I get a psionic ability and then we'll look at the attributes. Still Pat says, I love how sometimes me, Duncan, Jimmy, and some others are reliably in 2 to 4 of the same streams at the same time. Yeah, for sure. Okay, I'm going to check the psionics to see what these are. Let me see what they got. And I got to see who would be next. Steely Pat is next. Okay. Ooh, energy control. That's a good one. Yeah, we're keeping this one. All right. We are ready to begin. Rolf, long time no see. Yeah, Lady Monk time. All 18s with psionic of 10 out of 10. Yeah, I could see that happening. You'd be like, no, only 10 in psionics. Yeah, energy control's very strong. So, what you'll see here, as soon as you enter enter camp, it saves the game. If you hit save, it doesn't ask you for a letter, it just saves. Exit camp, it saves. Turn my sound on, I had it off. Okay, alter order. Let's put soda here. Steely Pat we'll put here. Magic. Memorize. Let's get some phantom armors on everybody here. Speed up the messages a little bit. Monk combined with a illusionist with phantom armor in the beginning is nice. Okay, and let's get color spray and soda. He's our cleric fighter. Let's do a detect magic. Cure light wounds. Cast remember. Sleep. Okay. Now we gotta go buy our equipment. Yeah, Soda is the fighter cleric. He's the only multi-classed. And for Jimmy, we're doing composite longbow specialist. So let's make sure we buy him one of those. He's going to be shooting a lot of arrows. And then we'll get him... Oh, I should have done spike buckler on someone. I still want to do a run with spike buckler proficiency. Let's get in banded mail. And if I have to use a weapon, do I have any other weapon? Nope. So then I'm not going to worry about it. Short sword. And then he's a sling +3 to hit and damage. Short sword. Banded mail. Shield. Sling. The cool thing about a sling is you can use a shield at the same time. Look at that damage. 1d4 + 4. They go of 14. Duncan says, so it costs 1 platinum, the rest at the inn. Why does it take 10 gold? It should only take 5 gold. Okay, and for you, heavy crossbow. Oh, okay, there it is. You know what? Yeah, that'll work. So this thing goes 19 with that. And then bow is a sling. Soda. Halberd, mace, composite longbow. Okay. Let's get him a halberd. Composite longbow. Handed mail. Okay. And then Duncan the illusionist, that's sling again. Okay, perfect. 44 gold left. First fight. Lizardmen, prestidigitators, goblin leaders. Let's just keep you back. Steely Pat, Sonic Blast them. Wow, no penetration. Nice. Jimmy says we charge patrons the Duncan tax in order to stay at our fine establishments. It's the game volume a bit low, Slater asked. Everybody has to let me know what they think. Because I generally don't want it to interfere with talking. Well, we need some money, so let's just pick all this up while we can. Saved the game right after that fight. That's Iron Man. No saves coming on that. Jimmy says might be because laptop's up. No, I can change the volume to whatever. I just need you guys to tell me if it's on the quiet side. There, I raised it a little bit. You'll have to let me know the next time I'm in a fight if it's better. Did I cast anything? No. Kicked him in the back from behind. There's the cleric scroll. Soda can use that. Oh, there's an ogre back there. This is color spray time. Is the sound any better, or is it still too quiet? It's pretty good, Jimmy? Okay, thank you. Got him. I really want to do a hook for shard as a proficiency 2 on someone. If I can remember next time. Okay. Let's test out. Okay, it's saved right after leaving, so I'm going to quit the game and go back in and make sure my money's still in there. Let's see here. Start. Iron Man. Load. Begin. Yep. How are we doing on experience? Oh, yeah. So you'll notice my icons are reset. So that's the one thing I haven't done yet. I need to make myself a note. I need to save the icons in there properly. Let's see. And save. Okay. Conjurer, take him down first. Yeah, Attack of the Iron Man clones, that's right. Yeah, I knew there was something I was forgetting to put into the save file. I just couldn't remember what it was. It's their icons. I'm not gonna take any of that. Let me see if I can memorize. Oh, it's showing that extra 1 over there. So somehow the cleric and druid spells, it's acting like we have one. It's probably related to the Iron Man save. Yeah, okay. Good to see. No, don't allow him to flee. Detect. Other armor. Ouch. Ah! Steely Pad goes down. Nobilis has been injured. Oh, destroyed our banded mail. Jimmy's getting pummeled now. Jimmy goes down. They knew who was most dangerous. They took him down quick. They were smart. Get out of there. Jimmy says this is all Duncan's fault. I'm sure of it. Okay, so Jimmy and Steely Pat need it. Thanks for getting Sad's taking the shout out. Sad says the party needs to die to truly test Iron Man. Well, that's probably going to come later, says. Not intentional, but it probably will happen. Okay. Now we need to get armor back. I think it was Jimmy that lost his. Yeah. Let's go get the bracers. It's worth a ton of experience. '89 experience. I didn't calculate the experience on those bracers right. The turn back on. Treasure experience adjustments. I do have economy adjustments turned on. Let me turn that off. Because that impacted the amount of experience we got a lot. He's panicked. Kaboom! Firebolt says. Yeah, we didn't get the experience worth of those. Let's get those here. Scallywag's insane. He becomes homicidal. Oh, Steely Pat. Caught on fire. Use psionic energy control, yes. So that fire doesn't burn him. Okay. The boss don't like yous guys. Give us something and we'll forget we seen yez. What do? Pay, surrender, run, fight. Surrender, that's a weird option. Fight. Jimmy says, we'll give him a punch in the nose. Yeah, exactly. Alright, I'm trying to go over here just to get this money. 170 experience. Short bow and 20 arrows. Hmm. Yeah, I did give him short bow. Okay, good. Cure light wounds, cure light wounds, okay. Treasure, yay! So Zombel is ready. He's the first level up. What do I have him doing? Yeah, he's that sling double specialist. That's not gonna be enough money. Okay. Let's get this jewelry appraised. Hey Jeff, welcome in. How are you doing? Fun times with DFortae and the Goldie Box gang. That's right. How's your Sunday going, Jeff? Thanks for giving Jeff a shout out. Alright, here we go. Zombel. Level 2 fighter. He got 9 hit points. So he rolled 5 on a 10-sided die. Not great, but not terrible. You're chilling? But not as chilling as some others? Yeah. Yeah, exactly. There's lots of people chilling right now. And not in a good way. It's about 70 degrees in Florida. Nice. Wow. Sleep. Duncan's ready for a level up. Let's go make that happen. And we get another spell. Phantasmal Force. He got 4 hit points, so he rolled a 2 on a 4-sided die. Not great. Let's see here. Not too far from level up. Steely Pet avoids it. That was the monk ability. Where is that? Dodges missile on petrification save. It's facing that direction. Jeff says, you know, it'd be a funny April Fool's? No, tell us. There's things up here we can do. You playing the NES version of Pool of Radiance. That would be funny, Jeff. Oh, that's a good call. Well, hey, I just got done playing Super Painful, so I'm not gonna play a really crappy game for quite a while. Kaon played through the NES version. It looked so painful to me. Yeah, super painful. It was so bad. And then I'm like, did I beat it? And then Mr. Spock and Jimmy were looking up some hints about it. And it seems like it was beaten, but nobody really knows for sure if it has an official ending or not. Jimmy says we need to use Game Genie to max out the characters. Yeah, and pull Radiance on the NES. That's funny. Soda says, or Game Boy Eye of the Beholder. Oh, is that a bad one? It sounds bad. Can't imagine playing that on the Game Boy. Jimmy says Super Pitfall is the worst game you've ever played on stream so far. There are definitely worse NES games. Tell me which ones are worse. Okay, composite longbow, nice. And a ring. Soda says, not sure about a Game Boy Eye of the Beholder. There's an SNES version too. Jeff says, take She's Challenge, but that's a Famicom. Oh, is that a bad? What is that? Hey, Abs Nerdy, welcome in. How are you doing? It says the last action hero on SNES is. Wow. I don't know. I'll have to look at that to see if that's true because with the hit detection and Super Pitfall and all the glitches, I can't imagine there's a game worse than that. I really can't. I've played some seriously bad NES games, and none of them can compete with Super Painful. Bart versus the Space Mutants. Anything on the Action 52 cart? Punch LGN. No. I've played all those, Jimmy. Those are way better than Super Painful. Way better. You have to play Super Painful to experience how bad it is. You may think those other games were worse. No. Nowhere near. Absurdity says Super Pitfall at least had its graphics going for it. Last Action Hero is ugly. I'd take ugly with controls that actually work and hit detection that works any day over glitchy graphics that are decent looking. When you can't play the game because of complete scams, that's no good. This guy's on our side that round because he got confused. Now he's wandering away. Duncan says Eye of the Beholder is Game Boy Advanced. Got more level ups too. Is that a Gary Gygax icon with his face blocked out? That's supposed to be sunglasses applied because it's off over here. That looks funny. +1 long composite longbow on the Ranger. Oh yeah. Yeah, look at the sunglasses. Sastam says, did Super Pitfall have the Nintendo seal of quality? I doubt it. I can't imagine it did. It was an Activision game, but it was reprogrammed by Pony. That's what it says on the intro screen. Reprogrammed by Pony. Let's sell one of these. Money. Gem sell. Yeah, that's still not enough. Which of these were 300? Oh, tiny bit short. Okay, let's go get a tiny bit of money. Now the sunglasses are on DW Bradley. Winter Foreign posted. Jimmy says jump and run are the same button in Bard versus Space Mutants, and the LGN games are mostly movie license games that are blatant cash grabs. No, I agree. LGN games are terrible, but Super Pitfall is worse. I've played most of those LGN games. Okay, let's see here. Bows and magic users. Let's get that done. We get identify. Did he just get 2 hit points? No, he got 6 hit points. Bo got max hit points. Okay, monk can't go here. Ranger can't go here. He got 9. Jimmy got 9 hit points. He gets +3 normally. So he rolled a 6 on an 8-sided die. And Steely Pat has to come over here. He rolled a 2 on a 4-sided die. Man, we're having some really bad rolls on hit points. Does anybody have any money? Flat broke. Okay, let's see here. Sleep. Let's do a double sleep. can go do Olo's potion. Wag halter. Gosh, I'm so broke right now. I'm almost tempted to take this. How dare you hit Soda Pagoda? Slater says we desperately need fireballs, in my opinion. Yes, if we could only get it. We are very far from that. Very far from that. Ah. So Soda Pagoda needs Phantom Armor. Let's see here. We're going to talk, be nice, accept the commission. Olo. Sonic Blast. I only got one of them. $18 damage. Thanks to the Ranger bonus and his point blank attack. No economy adjustments and treasure experience, not true Iron Man, Duncan says. Yeah, you can still choose your options on Iron Man. This is not the Diamond Man. Diamond Man is when it's going to force every hard option on. Okay. I think I will pick up some of these arrows. Yeah, Jimmy's done a lot of shooting. Okay. Nothing for you. We're going to speak. Olo. Give. You don't want to make a mistake on Iron Man. Hammer. Okay. A +1 hammer. I don't have anybody with that proficiency. See if I have enough money to level up. Take. That'll do it. 7,000 gold. That'll be the cleric level first. Be here. Nice. We get another first level spell. Let's do Bless. I don't think I have anything to sell here. Let's see, that's, yeah, +1. Okay. Good place to save it. And all I have to do is just exit the game, really. You could enter camp and exit. I'll do it this way. And let's see. So I only found 2 bugs. Gotta fix the graphics and an illusionist. Spellcasters are showing 1 number off to the right, which is weird. Just gotta fix those two things. And then so far so good. All right, everyone. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.